Hello and welcome. The time has come. The Lucius Romanceable update is here, and I'm going to go through these patch notes. I'm going to put in clips because I have been playing on the new patch in the beta environment, which usually is released a couple days to a week before the update. I've been playing for many days, like 5 of them, and I have done my best to grab as much new content as I can and get clips of it so that you can see at a glance what kind of things are in the update, what you might be looking for. The only thing I won't be including in here is the romance, because I always do videos of me going through the entirety of everyone's romance, and those will be coming. It might be a little slower this time because I realized that I was going too fast through them. I was doing my best to make it most fun for me and most fun for you, and it wasn't going that way, so the romance videos will be coming, but nonetheless, let's talk about the update. I have to tell you, I was not expecting a midnight update for the game, but here we are. Patch summary added 3 new romanceable characters, major optimizations for faster load times and reducing system stress. This one they put in bold because it is major. All of the loading screens are so fast now, and not that they were ever that slow for me before, but now they're just like so much faster. Like it's for me, it's nearly instant, and it just feels very crisp. It feels so nice. And it's so good to see after so long of people complaining about the speed at which you load into the next scene, right? Added race-specific dialogue. There is new race-specific dialogue. I think it's only at a couple points in the story, when you get onto Lynn's train, when you go into Withergate, when you go into Nelvari, just small bits here and there will be a little icon on race-specific dialogue so that you can see whether you're experiencing something specific to your demon or just a line like any other in the game. Added time pausing in chests. Oh, your prayers have been answered. Now when you open a chest and you're busy organizing your stuff, you do not have to worry about nighttime approaching. It's wonderful. Added an encyclopedia tab in the menu, so now you can see all of the collectibles, all of the stuff you've seen, gathered, collected, just kind of keeping track of your own experience in the game. It still doesn't keep track of the museum or anything like that, it's just items. Added more weather patterns and weather sound effects. So the weather patterns are rain, fog, and wind, I believe, and then there's like a sunny day in summer or something like that. So they're just like very light ambient effects that come in on random days in their respective season and just add a little bit more life experience. You get the sounds. The rain sounds are so nice. I love them. And you get like falling snow. There's like leaves falling. In the springtime, there's like cherry blossom leaves falling. It's just a little bit of that like polishing features that you love to see. Added player birthday and birthday celebrations. The birthday celebration cutscene is giant. Okay, there's like many phases to it. I think they did a really great job. It's super interactive, at least in my opinion. You can choose your birthday at the start of character creation, or you can change it once in Town Hall, so just be mindful. And then you can always see your birthday in your inventory. There's a little cake icon with a tooltip that will tell you your birthday. When it is your birthday, Ronald will instantly come up to you and be like, you need to go to the tavern. There's something going on there. So do not worry. I highly doubt you would miss your birthday. But yeah, you can only set it once, so just be mindful. Added 10 plus farm structures and buildings. So there is a lot here. There is the Nelvari Butterfly Garden, the Chicken Coop, which are kind of 2 similar things. The Butterfly Garden is for silk moths and the Chicken Coop is for chickens, and they make it so that those animals do not decrease happiness when placed inside, and they have a 25% chance for an additional yield. You can place these on any farm. They're really cute in my opinion, and they're a good addition. They also increase your barn animal capacity by 4, so a little bit of capacity there. There's a ton of other structures. There's the Sila, which is basically an automated feeder. It's like a more attractive automatic feeder, I guess. There is greenhouses. There's one for each season. It teleports you to whichever season that is, and it sends you into like a cool room where you can plant whatever you need to plant from that season. Just keep in mind that the pests and scarecrows, all that kind of stuff is still needed in there. This is really nice because now you can grow plants of any season wherever you want. It is a little bit annoying to make because you need a lot of mana drops, but if you want to know how to make them, you can check the wiki. I am actually an admin of the wiki at this point, so if there's any issues on the wiki or anything like that, you can actually just put in the comments and I'll see it. Whether I will listen and heed your suggestions or questions or advice is a different matter, but you're welcome to put it in there. Added 12 new shed skins and 30 plus house customization sets. There's a lot of really cool sheds. There's the pumpkin shed, the beehive shed, the ghost shed, the customization sets. There's a ton of those as well. You've got the cottage one, the eastern one. I can't think of the rest right now, but the hardware store takes it will lag your computer. They made a lot of optimizations, but the hardware store, there's so many house customizations that it will guarantee lag your computer. I'm sorry. So it's nice to have more cosmetic options, especially with the house customization. I feel like a lot of the options were very, very bold, and it was kind of hard to mix and match. I feel like now it's a little bit more balanced. You can kind of find more combinations that will look good and be, what you want. Added combat arena with boss fights. Yes, this is also a big deal for multiplayer because I think in multiplayer you can put them together. I don't play multiplayer, so I don't know too much about it. I just know that they were making a lot of improvements to it in this patch. But basically on Tuesday and Saturday, you can go over towards the mines and there's a little section that you can go up some stairs and view the combat arena, and Raimi will be like, hey challenger, do you want to fight? And you'll be like, yeah, and it'll ask you what level you want to fight at, 20, 30, 40, or 50, and you get sent in there. Just keep in mind that time does pass in the arena, so I would recommend either setting your day to 40 minutes before entering the arena, or you can always just kill them fast enough and then that won't be an issue. It's up to you. But the combat arena is pretty fun. You get some potions and elixirs at the end, so it's, just another thing that you can spend your day doing. It feels a little more rewarding than fighting monsters in the forest. Added Nelvari and Withergate fruit trees. Yes, Sunhaven has so much fruit, and it's about time that Nelvari and Withergate got their own. So if you go into the forests now near Nelvari and Withergate, you will see fruit trees, unique fruit trees, and there's in fact an emote in the Discord for one of the Withergate fruit trees after we talked about loving it so much, and it's really adorable. But you can also craft teas and juices out of these new fruit trees, so that is just another thing to differentiate Nelvari and Withergate, because I feel like as far as crops go, they really got the short end of the stick, and I'm excited to see them continuing to add things to it, because those areas could use some more profit bolstering and stuff like that. The other thing that I don't see included here is that there were a ton of golden recipes added. You can now eat all of the golden fruit, all of the golden food. There are golden food recipes in the cooking pot that give you really good stats, and all of the golden items are used in the golden recipes, so they have more versatility, they have more use, they're not just for selling. I'm really excited about it. There's a lot of new recipes actually, and they added in golden drops for all the animals who didn't have them before, so the tar slime, the fey fox, the baby phoenix, all have golden variations of those typical drops, and all of the golden variations now have uses, which is phenomenal. So you can get golden slime ink, you can get golden water runes, golden fire runes, golden fabled silk, golden berries instead of just golden raspberries. There are tons of new golden items added. I would know because I had to spend a million years adding them to the wiki and I'm still not done. Added ambient and proximity animations to Sunhaven and Withergate. Yes, Sunhaven has a couple little proximity animations, like when you walk next to the bellows, they light up. When you walk up against like near where Pod and Topi are, there's a little bird that like flies away. There's, you know, banners waving, there's flags moving. Withergate got some door animations. The elevator animation is really fun because it talks to you like this. And then it like opens its eyes and closes it as it's like taking you around. The sewer door like comes off the ground. Just a lot of like little polishing animations. The candles are now like moving in several people's houses. The TV in Donovan's house like changes channel and stuff like that. So just a lot of small polishes that make the world come to life. It really does create such an immersive experience, and it's so lovely to see. So I'm super excited about it, and I'll try to show you the ones I can. All right, now let's look through the patch notes in their entirety. We have the 3 new romanceable characters, Shang, Mion, and Lucius. I'll tell you right now, my favorite is Shang. And take that with what you will. I know that my romance opinions don't always align with the greater community, but Shang is my favorite. All right, we're so happy to see all the excitement about the new romanceable characters. We have 2 more unannounced romanceables coming later this year. I feel like the more romanceables we get, the more lore we get, so I'm totally okay with this. I'm excited to see what else comes along. I didn't realize that the romance part of my channel would be the most sustainable one because they just keep adding more, but here we are. Farm building, seasonal greenhouses, chicken coops, butterfly gardens, workshops, ticket counterfeiters, mana siphoners, and even glorite siphoners. Yes, the thing I didn't talk about, so the workshops are huge, right? So you have the sheds that everyone's like, man, they're cool, but they're not very big. The workshops will solve that for you. The workshops are huge. They're bigger than your Withergate apartment. You can put whatever you want in them. They're really awesome. To add to this, they've increased the shed limit from 4 to 12. So now you can put so many buildings on your farm. I promise you, you won't have room for them all. So there's a Withergate workshop, an Elvari workshop, and a Sunhaven workshop, basically. And I will show those to you. They're huge. They're awesome. Ticket counterfeiters is a machine you can craft in Withergate to create tickets from Silk or Red Carnival tickets and slime ink. So you will need a tar slime. The slime ink finally has a use. You can also create tickets for the mines, so you can create the Kingly economy tickets. And if you gift these items to Zyla and Darius, you get some fun little dialogue lines. So it's exciting to see those put in there. There was also a ton of UI updates in this patch, so the heart meter is updated, and they have a little symbol on it depending on whether you are dating or married to said person. And it's just a lot more clear now when you're getting hearts. It's like much more eye-catching. Player health and mana colors, the bars just look a little bit different. Sunhaven loading screen, this one is a really lovely addition. So when you load into the game, you get a fun little Elios on a tiny house loading screen animation, and when you go to sleep, you get an Elios sleeping animation. It says saving your progress, and that is really awesome to see. Save files now load instantly, at least in my experience. Before, I've had days, and I know other people have had this too, where when you go to load a file, it feels like you have to wait there for 15 seconds before they show up, and you have that moment of like, oh my god, are my save files even here? I didn't have that experience at all on the new patch. Updated the chat box and chat bubbles, so for multiplayer, I know they did some work on here. Added a pop-up notification when a player joins the game, more multiplayer stuff, encyclopedia tab, tracks items, monsters, pets, and mine floors. Added tooltips in the setting menu to better describe what each setting is, so now you get a little descriptor on all of your settings. We've got a bunch of new DLCs. They all look really cool. I would highly recommend at least giving them a look and seeing if there's something you're interested in. If you like that kind of stuff, they're all cosmetic as always, and they're a lot bigger, and I uploaded all of the files to the wiki, and they look really cool. Balance, they have changed the price of animal food everywhere. They have changed some of the seasonal prices. They have changed everything that was named ale to seltzer. So there's a ton of recipes that were updated. The records all look kind of funny now. The wallpapers, you can kind of see what's happening, so easier to see what the item is without having to hover over it like you had to do before. Bug fixes. They fixed a bajillion bugs. There's a reason that they can't keep track of them all. They are actually insane when it comes to bug fixing. I know the game has a lot of bugs, but you have to understand, like, they are frantically fixing bugs as much as they can, and they're working really hard. They're doing a great job, but there's too much. There's too much. The other thing that you will notice when you're playing the game is that when you hit like heavy stone or something, you can actually hit it with any pickaxe, but it has health regen, so it still feels the same if you're just like constantly hitting it with a pickaxe, but you can't like leave it and come back to it because it will health regen. And the idea is that if you are in a multiplayer game, then multiple people can use a worse pickaxe to destroy something, or like a worse axe to destroy hardwood, if you have like a bunch of people working on it. So it can be a little more like a collaborative cleanup, I guess. Added updated music tracks to Shed, Hall of Gems, Hall of Culture, and the museum's aquarium. Yeah, all the museum has new music now. Coming soon, kids. This is the top of their list. Interesting. Romance update. Interesting. I don't know what that would mean. Maybe a difference in mechanics. New region? Okay, I don't even know what this would entail. It's kind of crazy because this patch had all the romanceables added like a big portion to each respective map. So when they say new region, you know that they don't mean just like, oh, we added on to the Nalvari map. You know they mean like an entirely different area, so that's super exciting. New romanceable characters, that does not surprise me. Sunhaven on Switch is an update that everyone is clamoring for, rightfully so. It probably should have been out by now. But they keep saying that they are very close, so what that means, I have no clue. But it seems like they're working on it. Hopefully it comes out sooner rather than later. UI update, this could mean literally anything. Walk path animations, this could mean, I don't really understand this quite as well, but I'm sure we'll find out. Multiplayer update with bosses. Yeah, it sounds like they're really working on multiplayer bosses, so that's good to see. I know a lot of people care about that. Barn animals revamp. I don't know what that means, but if it means that I don't have to sit there petting each thing for like 20 minutes to get it up to a full heart, I like it. And museum tracker. Thank God. Everyone's been begging for this. Let us see what we need to put in the museum before walking over to the museum. And patch 1.4 in late December. That is sooner than I thought. I'm excited for it. I love this game, and it's just really exciting to see all the new content. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your morning, day, evening, whatever it is. Let me know what you were most excited for in this update, or if there's something I missed, feel free to put it in there, because I know there were 100 million bajillion changes, and I couldn't keep track of them all. But, you know, we do our best. Bye, everyone.